Good evening and welcome to the Friday edition of Source 16 News at 10. Thanks for joining us. Near this hour, the owner of a funeral home, a Murray doctor, and the CEO of a Murray bank were among Governor Steve Beshear's appointments to boards and commissions this week. The owner and director of Beshear Funeral Home, Jenny Sewell of Dawson Springs, was appointed to the Murray State University Board of Regents to serve a term expiring June 30th, 2017. She replaces William Adams Jr., whose term has expired. Primary Care Medical Center physician Dr. Robert Curtis Hughes of Murray was reappointed to serve on the University of Louisville Board of Trustees to serve a term expiring June 30th, 2017. And President, CEO, and Chair for Community Financial Services Bank, Carolyn Betsy Flynn of Murray, has been appointed to the Kentucky Community and Technical College System Board of Regents. She replaces Carl James, who has resigned. Flynn will serve the remainder of his unexpired term ending June 21st, 2016. Well, congratulations goes out to 4 Christian County High School students who were nationally recognized during a 2011 National Leadership Conference in Anaheim, California. During the 5-day Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America convention, the following Christian County High School students competed and received medals: Brittany Alsworth, Jasmine Webb, Leah Haley, and Alyssa Moore. Over 3,500 students participated in the competition called Students Taking Action with Recognition. This year's student-originated theme for the annual national meeting was Imagination in Action. Officials say 180 Kentucky FCCLA members from 28 schools attended the conference. The Hopkinsville Christian County Leadership Council gathered today to talk about local government. Kentucky Transportation Cabinet Chief District Engineer Kevin McClern gave a report about local construction projects.
Obviously, you know, we completed the Pina Rock Parkway extension. That was about $105 million construction dollars, which was 3 phases that were let in 3 different years, and we opened that on March the 1st, and then about a month or 6 weeks ago, the governor came down and we did the ribbon cutting to celebrate that. Right now, you may know if you've traveled that route, I hope you have, at the south end we had a slide on the one of the on-ramps, so that ramp is closed. And because of that work that's going on, all of the lights are out, okay? So there's not really a problem with the lights, we just have them off while we're working on that ramp.
Meanwhile, Economic Development Council Executive Director Lee Conrad spoke about workforce trends.
Contributing to that. There's about 800 to 1,000 more people employed in Christian County than there were 6 months ago. City payroll tax is increasing. All of these things that would lead you to believe the unemployment rate would be dropping are happening, yet the unemployment rate is going up. So why is that? We think there's 3 factors. Number one, if you remember, the recession started, the federal government jumped in with a lot of training programs for people who have been laid off or needing assistance. The second factor is we have a lot of soldiers who are returning. A lot of those soldiers are separating from the military, and when you separate from the military, you're eligible for some assistance with unemployment. The third factor is there's some hope out there in terms of employment. People are hearing that folks are starting to rehire, they're re-entering the workforce, they're going back to the employment office, registering there.
In other business, Hopkinsville Christian County Chamber of Commerce President Carter Hendricks discussed the City of Hopkinsville's Housing Incentive Program, and Christian County Magistrate Tom Jones spoke about how local constables will be able to add blue lights to their personal vehicles if they meet certain requirements. In addition, Christian County Public School Superintendent Brady Link talked about how more students are taking advanced placement courses and testing high enough to receive college credit. Hopkinsville firefighters were busy this morning working 2 separate fires almost simultaneously. The cause of a house fire this morning in the Holiday Park subdivision in Hopkinsville is being investigated. Hopkinsville fire officials told Source 16 that 15 firefighters and 2 trucks responded to 3925 Tanglewood Drive off of Bahama Drive around 3:50 this morning and found fire on the back porch and in the attic area. Officials say the home suffered heat, smoke, and water damage totaling around $113,000. There were no reports of injuries, and firefighters cleared the scene around 6:30. In a separate fire at a local factory, firefighters responded to Martin Rhea on Frank Yost Lane around 4:35 this morning. Upon arrival, fire officials say firemen found some moderate smoke coming from the ventilation filtration system at the plant where some filters had caught fire. The filters were extinguished and there was no damage reported or injuries. Meanwhile, a fire that destroyed a vacant home and damaged another residence in Madisonville last night is being investigated. Madisonville Fire Chief Stephen Stokes reports when firefighters arrived at 527 South Kentucky Avenue around 9:30 last night, the home was completely engulfed in flames and threatened to spread to another vacant home at 525 South Kentucky Avenue. Firefighters extinguished a blaze. However, the fire caused substantial damage to the home at 527 South Kentucky Avenue and caused minor damage to the roof overhang at the home next door. According to the report, both homes are owned by William Watkins and Francis Stelp. Due to both properties being condemned, Chief Stokes says no dollar loss amount was issued. Firefighters remained on the scene of the fire for nearly 2 hours. In other news, a Trigg County man charged in connection to the 2002 murder of a Cadiz woman appeared for his arraignment in Trigg Circuit Court yesterday afternoon. According to court records, 39-year-old Claude Russell entered a not guilty plea to the capital murder charge. Russell is accused in the June 24, 2002 murder of Chantel Humphreys, who was found shot to death in a field behind her mother's home on Wallonia Road off of Bearfield Road in Trigg County. After nearly 10 years, a state police detective presented the case to the Trigg County grand jury the week of July 11th, which returned an indictment for murder. This is the second time Russell has been arrested and charged in connection to Humphrey's murder. He was taken into custody in November 2002, but the prosecutor said there was not enough evidence and a judge dismissed the case. Russell was scheduled to be back in Trigg County Circuit Court on the afternoon of August 10th at 1 o'clock. He remains lodged in the Christian County Jail on a $500,000 cash bond. Well, if you plan on being in Madisonville this weekend, you need to be aware that a portion of a downtown street will be closed for a building demolition. City officials say Arch Street between North Franklin and North Main will temporarily be closed to the public on Sunday to allow for the safe demolition of private property located at the corner of Arch and North Main Streets. According to the Kentucky Highway Department District 2 office, the closure has been approved for Sunday afternoon from 2 until 4 o'clock. During the closure of the affected area of Arch Street, city officials are advising the public to use Franklin Street as a detour route. Christian County Public Schools is offering a new food service option to help make the upcoming school year easier for students. Parents can now make deposits into their child's school meal accounts by logging into an online system.
Our new online payment system is a payment system where parents can go online and put money in their students' account for lunch. It's called My School Bucks. We're very excited about it. You can do it. You can go in and go into your child's account. You can check their balance. You can check to see what they're buying a la carte. And that is in the convenience of your home.
The money will be deposited in the student's account by the next day. Officials say parents will not be charged to check the account balance or transaction history, but a convenience fee of $2 will be applied when a payment is made. School officials say the system is secure and provides the highest level of protection. For easy access to the link, go to the Christian County Public Schools website at christian.kyschools.com. Meanwhile, the Christian County Career and Technical Center is offering a new aerospace engineering class for the 2012 spring semester.
And it's designed to challenge students in design and in the aerospace field, starting with ground school and going all the way up to production and building of a plane. They'll be using computer software to design different parts, different products. They'll be engaged in different extracurricular activities also, including a wing design competition, as well as flight simulator competitions and those things.
In addition, Collins says students will be using a 3D software and work in teams during hands-on activities and will be exposed to various situations encountered by aerospace engineers. The course is currently being offered in 16 other Kentucky schools. Any 11th or 12th grade student interested in taking the course will need to register through their high school guidance counselor. For more information about the course, contact 270-887-7030. The Better Business Bureau of Louisville and Western Kentucky is warning consumers to not fall for a scam involving a popular fast food restaurant chain. The BBB has received a complaint from a consumer who stated she was contacted by Kentucky Fried Chicken via email, stating that if she completed a survey, she would get a $100 gift card from the restaurant, which officials say did not come from Louisville Yum Brands KFC. Company officials state this is not a KFC-sponsored survey, or have we given them the rights to use our logos in the survey that was emailed. Company officials went on to say they have received nearly a dozen complaints and they are in the process of an investigation into what and who is behind this, since at best it's a scam. The BBB notes that KFC will not be sending $100 gift cards to those who completed the survey, since this is a scam. If you receive an email like this, you are asked to file a report with the FBI at ic3.gov rather than filing a complaint against Yum or KFC. And thanks to the public, another Crime Stoppers fugitive is off the streets. After receiving a tip, Hopkinsville police arrested 24-year-old Charles Hobson of Oak Grove at a home on East 3rd Street in Hopkinsville around 9:50 last night. Hobson was wanted for multiple warrants signed by District Court Judge Jim Adams, Circuit Court Judge John Atkins, and Family Court Judge Jason Fleming for failure to pay restitution, failure to pay, probation violation, absconding, and contempt of court. He was booked into the Christian County Jail.